Hi, welcome on my channel. Today I would like to talk with you about the most popular mistakes and actually mistakes that I've made throughout my junior career, and these are not gonna be highly technical related. They are gonna be more organizational and mental mistakes that I've made. I will talk about perfectionism, about asking for help, and why it's so important to be honest about what you can and can't handle. First thing is perfectionism. And from my own experience, I used to do everything as good as possible. And there is nothing bad at this approach. But the problem is when you try to do everything perfectly, like if the code is working, is well tested, everything is fine, you start to refactor it, you start to polish it, you start to do things which are totally not necessary, but you think in order to prevent some other things, some bugs, but these bugs not gonna happen, and you know it. So if you do that, the problem is you are wasting your time, and your boss, your manager gonna be angry on you. And I had that feeling because I tried to do everything as good as possible, and there was a demo, I showed what I've done, everything was good, everyone was satisfied with the solution I made, but I got another tasks after this demo, and I still was polishing this what I made, but it was already good. It was well tested. The implementation was really correct in terms of even in terms of clean code practices. Everything was good, but I was still trying to do it perfectly. And this, which I'm talking about, is all related to coding. So really be aware of that fact that it's not always good to be perfectly. Or if you have time for it, if you have time for refactoring the code, even after all tests, all kind of tests, and for example, there is a need in terms of architecture or whatever it is, and there is a need to refactor the code, obviously it's good. And if your code is really good, well tested, don't over polish it, don't over refactor it, really, it's not gonna help. Move on to the next tasks. And don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to do the solution with AI, not even look at it, not analyze it and push it to production server. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling that I know some of the people, and I was this kind of person that had the almost perfect code, really good code, really useful and valuable code that is working. Customers are satisfied, and I was still polishing it, doing something with it, because I wanted to do it better and better. And please don't do that. It's really not good. Your manager, your boss gonna be angry on you because there are another tasks to do, another things that customers want, and you are still doing something, and really don't do that. Second thing, which is very important, is asking for help. Not fearing of asking for help, because you may think, for example, I had that feeling that I thought that if I ask somebody for help or on some topic, they will think that I'm incompetent or I'm not skilled developer and they're gonna fire me. I had that feelings, and I know that many people have these kind of feelings. So believe me, asking for help, and even if it's some trivial mistake, some really easy thing, easy topic, believe me, ask for help, because you're gonna for few seconds feel incompetent and ashamed, but you're gonna get an answer, and thanks to that you're not gonna waste time, and with that knowledge you will gain about some topic, you will move on to next tasks, and you're gonna do more work, and your manager, your boss, your team gonna be happy and satisfied. So ask for help and don't feel ashamed for that, because it's vicious circle, really. Like, you're gonna waste time of whole team because you're gonna stop on something while you can do another things, while you can, for example, help some other teammates or do something for them. Don't do that and ask for help, and believe me, don't feel ashamed for that, don't feel incompetent. Ask about even the most silly things, and believe me, if some developer gonna judge you for that and make fun of you, it's their problem. They are not worth spending your time thinking about why did he or she make fun of me. These kind of people are really, they don't have any awareness, business awareness, that you have to go to next tasks, do another features for the customers. They just don't have that awareness, and they prefer to make fun of you. But believe me, it's very rare event that some developers make fun of you. Really, I had maybe couple of situations during couple of years of my work that when I ask about something, somebody made fun of me. But even in that situations, when somebody make fun of me, I know the answer and I can go to the next tasks, and my managers, my boss, is satisfied. So that is very important. Don't fear of asking. Third thing is overestimating your skills, your capabilities as a junior engineer. And I used to do that so frequently that really I learned that it's not good after 1 year, I think, of my work. After 1 year, when you are estimating the time you're gonna spend on some feature, whatever it is, whatever you're gonna do, and don't be overconfident in such situations, because I used to do that. For example, there was a task. I was asked about the time estimation on this task, and I was overconfident. At least I wanted to be competent in other people's eyes, in other workers' eyes, in managers' eyes, and I used to say that it's gonna take me a couple of hours, while this task in reality could take 20 or 30 hours. But you know, I wanted to be competent. I thought that you know, the less hours I say, I'm gonna be treated as the best junior engineer, and it's mistake, because then the team is angry on you because you are not meeting these deadlines, because you are not able to do task in couple of hours while this task is big, is complex. You're not gonna be able to do it. You're gonna, you know, work after working hours because you're gonna have pressure on you. It's not necessary. I'm not saying that it's not good to have some kind of pressure, because in IT industry, in software development, the deadlines, the pressure, it's always there. It's always there, but don't put another pressure on you while you don't have to do it. Really, you don't have to do it, and it's not important, and it's gonna have totally another effect, that other people gonna be angry on you and not satisfied with your work, because you estimated something and you was overconfident. So summing up this third mistake, I used to do that because I wanted to be seen as competent, skilled, and one of the best junior engineers out there in the company, but it had opposite effect, totally opposite effect. You can put some pressure on you, you can be ambitious in terms of estimations about how long something gonna take you, but don't overestimate, really. It's very important, don't do that. And the fourth mistake and last in today's video is AI usage in projects. And I'm saying about blindly using AI solutions and pasting them into your code. And unfortunately, I have to be honest with you, but I used to do that. I used to do that at the beginning of my journey, when there was time pressure, when I had to do something, and I was blindly prompting AI to help me with something. I was not even giving AI enough context I was just asking, like, with panic, please help me, ChatGPT or Cloud, and this is very, very big mistake, because sometimes I used to waste so much time on it, because AI could not help me in couple of hours, and I was still prompting, while I could just look with focus, like, with calm, look at the code, think about all the scenarios. I could ask AI about what could be the mistake and issue in such bug, in such code area or infrastructure area. And even I can tell you one funny and tragic situation. Maybe not tragic, because it was testing environment, testing server, but I was really on the beginning of my journey. It was maybe third month of my work, and I had to do something on Linux server. It was something related to shrinking the database, and I didn't know how to do that, and I was asking ChatGPT to help me, and he gave me set of commands to use on my Linux server, and I was pasting them, blindly pasting them, without even looking on the web what these comments can do, without even asking him what these given comments can do. I was pasting them all just to solve the issue, and at the end I finished with no database on my server, because I deleted it all. And then I had to ask another developer to help me, and it took him 1 hour to fix it. And my boss was angry on me, because I was blindly using AI, and the effect of that was wasting another developer's time. So this is very, very important, because this is the problem that arose not very long time ago, because we have AI, for 2 or 3 years. So this is the problem that is very, very current problem. Developers couple of years ago didn't have that problem, because there was only Stack Overflow, for example, to solve issues. And there obviously you could paste something, but you already knew the whole source of the problem, and you were not blindly using it, because you went through that Stack Overflow issue, you read everything, and then, for example, you paste it. But now we are facing era of blindly using AI, blindly pasting its code without even analyzing it, and believe me, it's gonna have effects. Even if you are starting working with AI, and AI is getting better and better, obviously, but even if you are starting to work with AI and it's helping you and it's not making mistakes at the beginning, believe me, there will be situation in which you're gonna do something wrong, in which AI will give you a solution that's gonna be really, really critical. And don't blindly use AI, and it's also gonna help you be better developer, because you're gonna be aware of what you use, and also you're gonna learn more, because if you're gonna analyze AI's code, AI's solution, you're gonna learn every day. If you're not gonna do it, there is 50-50 that it will work, but you will not learn anything. And this is very, very important. I think nowadays, this is out of this video, out of these 4 things, 4 mistakes I told you, this is the most important one. So those were the biggest hurdles I faced as a junior developer. I hope that by sharing them with you, you're gonna avoid these traps, and gonna be better junior developer. If you have similar stories or other mental blocks that you've overcome, share them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe for more real talk about becoming a better developers, and see you in the next one.